Hello everyone, it's Kay again, and I'm here today to share another wonderful project that Sabby or Sabrina Oreskovic has put up for everyone's benefit and delight, and I'm afraid I just had to go and do it. So I went onto eBay, bought what was required, which in effect are these lovely tea bag holders, and I really didn't think we had anything like this in this country. And I actually messaged Sabby and I said, look, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to try and find these bags, but it's not something that's readily available in the UK. And these I managed to get on eBay, and they are such a great size. They are 3¼ inches by 4½, which is absolutely delightful for what Sabby recommends you do with them. Now it is porous, it is very, very soft, so it's not going to take a whole lot of stress and strain. You're going to have to work very, very carefully with them if it's an idea that you like. But I found personally, by just slotting a bit of old card or paper into the bag whilst I work, just protected the integrity of the tea bag. You've got this lovely little drawstring here, which is ideal, so you can close it. And Sabrina actually brought it to the crafting arena by introducing it as little pockets that you could add to your albums or to journaling books, well, anything really. But I just again fell in love with it. It's the simple things sometimes that just grab the imagination. You think, yeah, I can actually relate to that, and I really do want to give that a go. So I'll show you what I've done in the hope that you will be inspired, as I was, to have a go. I did try and make these bags with the baking paper, but it was too hard and too harsh to have the same effect as the lovely material of the tea bags do, and that they are not expensive, they really aren't. So this is the first bag that I did. Inside I've just put a couple of little tags like so. I've not decorated the tags in any of the bags as yet, because if I were to put them into an album, then I would want to use the papers that I'm working with to some degree. So I thought I would leave them plain, and then I'll decorate the tabs as and when I come to use them. And in the meantime, they can stay safe in the little bag. And what I've done, I've kept the drawstring. I've just put 2 flat back pearls together to make a lovely little dingle dangle there. I've put some lace on and some more flat back pieces just to add to the mix and make them look pretty. They're plain on the back because, needless to say, if you did want to anchor them down onto a card front or into an album, you wouldn't necessarily want anything on the back. You would just want to anchor it down in that manner. So that's that one. I then went on, because as you do these, your imagination just kicks in and you think, right, what else have I got that I can do something nice with? And this is one of Scrimpy Mummy's floaty butterflies that she was selling back along, and I've just again put some flat back doodads onto the little string area there. It's self-coloured. I've not felt the need to introduce any other colour. Again, you could use distress inks or Copic markers, whatever you have in your stash to decorate once you've decided which project you're going to actually use them in. And then this little gem here, same principle, just anchored down with hot glue. I've used a little bit of the flat back pearl trim on the bottom. It didn't quite fit and I'm not comfortable with cutting it off, so I've just let that hang over the edge a little bit, and then introduced a little bit of colour at the top there and on the little bit of string. And it's just your little doodads that you buy so many for 100, to so many pennies for 100, but they've come in really handy on this project. Another one here, and you know, they don't have to be all glam and glitz, they just work so well as they are. I've just used the little floral pearls on top of the little floral lace trim. I don't know that you're picking it up, but dimensionally you can see them, and it just adds such a lovely touch to what essentially is a very plain bag, which makes it ultimately versatile, and you can of course put them to any particular use that you like. Again, it would make a lovely little gift to send out in a rack with you know, little pearl doodads in or something of that nature. And finally on the white, that's the last one that I did, and you know, the size is perfect. You can use up a lot of little scrappy bits, you can utilise little doodads that perhaps you're coming to the end of so that they don't get wasted. But I just think it's such a lovely idea, and I do thank Sabrina. She just takes these ideas and runs with them and puts them across in such a way that you just feel compelled to have a little go, which is what I've done. Now, I did try and colour a couple of the bags, but I used Cosmic Shimmer, and this was trying to age, which has worked kind of, but I can't say that I'm overly enthused by it. What I ended up doing once it was dry was brushing off a lot of the glitter that comes alongside the shimmery bit. Just put the hearts inside. I mean, I wouldn't not use it, but I think I prefer the plainer aspect, the clear, that you can then, you know, utilise in any project you like. That was another one that I did with a different lace trim, and believe it or not, the little flatback pearls are actually very pale pink, but they're lost in translation because the lace trim with the ribbon through it is cream, and it's not really worked terribly well. And those are a cut where you can see I kind of lost heart with it a little bit, because it's not a look that I feel I want to pursue really. But you know, there are lots and lots of mediums out there that would afford a little bit more colour into the project. I know Sabby was going to coffee dye and just spritz, which would work quite nicely. But once you get the little bags, you know, it's up to you what you do with them. But it is a really lovely idea, and makes a super little gift or finish for an album or a junk album, so a junk journal. So I hope you found that inspiring. I'm just trying to think. There are 100 bags here, and I think they were just under £3, which is really good. I got them on eBay. If you want to message me, I can always forward the link on to you, and you know, you can have a go. Unfortunately, they don't do smaller sizes. That is the size that they come in, but you know, over a period of time, I'm sure you'd get through them quite quickly anyway. So, happy crafting, everyone. Thank you once again for your time, and I will be seeing you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.